to that part of the season, folks. It is international break just around the corner, and we've got some European 2020 qualifying coming up, and I got my latest round of predictions, and they're coming up next. That's right, folks, back once again with some more European 2020 qualifying campaign predictions, and I kind of get to them in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button to get you bang up to date with all things European 2020, Blackburn Rovers, world football. We got it all here under Morowski, boys and girls. So let's get into it. Obviously, the international break takes full focus right now as all the major domestic leagues around Europe are taking a bit of a back seat. So let's get into it. Now, before we get into it, I just want to bring your attention to this, boys and girls. I do have a Patreon for the channel. This is not my full-time job. It's something that it kind of aspires to be, but it isn't. So any chance you guys can look towards supporting the channel in another way besides your viewership, you might as well want to check out my Patreon, boys and girls. There are some tiers, 3 tiers of support from squad player all the way through to first team 11, and it ranges from $1 up to as much as $10. So please be sure to check that bad boy out if you get a moment or two. But anyway, let's get cracking, folks. And take a little look first and foremost at the last round of matches involving the clubs that are going to be involved on the games that take place on October the 10th. So we did do a batch of predictions way back when, and here they come. These are the results, and again, the predictions, and I'll showcase you just how well I did last time out. So way back when were these? When did these take place? Let me have a quick scan here. I think these took back in September. We're talking around about the 8th, 9th, or 7th, 8th, or 9th of September for these bad boys. So let's get going and take a little closer look at them. So Northern Ireland did take on Germany. They are in, what are they group? They are Group C, and that ended up as a 2-0 victory for the former European champions. I actually predicted a 4-1 win, so not too shabby in the end. Meanwhile, Estonia, same group, Group C, took on the Netherlands. That ended as a 4-0 victory for the Netherlands, who look good right now. I actually predicted a 2-0 win for the Dutchies, so again, not too bad prediction. Moving on to the next group is Azerbaijan. They took on Croatia. That's over in Group E. And that ended up as a 1-1 draw. A nice point for Azerbaijan, actually the first point of their qualifying campaign. I actually went with a 2-1 win for Croatia, so I got that one absolutely wrong, folks. Hungary did take on Slovakia, same group, in what is a very, very tight group. Then it was a 2-1 win for Slovakia on the road. Moving over to group, what group is this? Slovenia. This is over in Group G. They took on Israel. It was a 3-2 final result for Slovenia. I actually went with them, but I only went with a 2-0 win. So got the right result, just not the right scoreline. Latvia also took on North Macedonia in this same group as well. Ended up as a 2-0 win for North Macedonia. The visitors, and actually predicted a 1-0 win. So not too shabby indeed. Poland took on Austria, probably the battle for the champions of this group, and this ended up all square, 0-0, couldn't separate the two sides. I actually went with the Polish bad boys on this one. I actually went with a 3-1 victory, so I got that one absolutely wrong. They look a little bit woeful at the minute to Poland after this match. They actually haven't won in 2, so I'll have to take a look at what they got coming up this time around. Scotland took on Belgium, and that was a bit of a one-sided affair, 4-0 win for the Belgians, who are looking absolutely home and dry at the moment. Perfect record, 6 out of 6. We'll take a look at the tables in just a second. I actually went with a 2-1 win for the Belgians, not too bad. And Russia took on Kazakhstan. They also look good for it as well. Russia 1-0 victory on the night. Actually went with a 3-0 win for the Russians, but no, right score right result, incorrect score. And wrapping it up, San Marino against Cyprus, and the Cypriots, the Islanders, took away with a 4-0 win against San Marino. Actually went with a 3-0 win as well. It is looking tight in the middle of the park. So it looks like Scotland are home and dry at the moment. They do have a outside chance still to make the qualifier, the tournament via the old Nations League playoff. But anyway, let's take a look at what the tables look like right here, right now, as we head into match day number, what is it? What are they calling this? Match day number 7 or something like that? So let's take a look at the current state of flux in the table. So over in Group C, Germany and Northern Ireland currently lead the way with 12 points on the board. But that is likely to change should the Netherlands get a result this week. They played 1 game less. The goal difference needs to be above 11 if they're going to go top of the pops in the next round of matches. So that's over in Group C. So right now, Germany, Northern Ireland looking good for a place in the tournament itself. Croatia up leading the way out in Group E over Slovakia. but it's on goal difference as well. Hungary not too far off, and Wales need a result as well. They do have a game in hand. Potentially a win for them could see them go back into second. So it's not all doom and gloom just yet for Ryan Giggs' side. Azerbaijan, like I said, just a 1 point picked up. The prior group, Estonia look well out of it. 0 points on the board so far. The other two teams involved in action in this video are Poland. They currently top Group G with Slovenia hot on their heels, 2 points adrift. Austria, 3 points off the top spot. Macedonia and North Macedonia and Israel still in with a chance. Latvia are completely out of it with 0 points so far. So it's very, very tight at the top. It could, any teams at the next two games from 1st to 5th could go top of the table. And then wrapping it up into Group I, Belgium lead the way. Well, as I said, 100% so far. Russia, just the one defeat to them, and that's also against Belgium. They have 3 points adrift. Kazakhstan, Cyprus, and Scotland are battling out for third spot at the moment. So they'll need a massive turnaround to do Scotland if they're going to get themselves into second spot. Still doable, but it is a very, very long shot if it's going to happen. So, folks, let's kick it on further and take a little look at match day number 7. And these are the round of matches, so be sure to get your predictions in nice and early down the bottom as we go through these one by one. So first and foremost, taking place Thursday, October the 10th, it will be Belarus against Estonia. Now these two sides are the strugglers out in Group C. Belarus just the 3 points so far. They played each other 3 times over the years, going all the way to 2006. 2 victories for Belarus, 1 for Estonia. You've got to go all the way back to 2006 for that victory for Estonia. But on the flip side, Estonia are rock bottom of the group. Belarus are a little bit better than them so far. And I actually think I'm going to side with Belarus on this one. I'm actually going to go with a 2-0 win for the home team. And that will make themselves get their second win of the campaign and possibly creep a little closer to potentially third spot. Next up, we have the Dutchies up against Northern Ireland. Now, my records only showed one previous encounter between these two sides. I don't think that's right. But the last time that these two sides played anyway was a 6-0 win for the Netherlands. That was back in 2012. You want to know the scores on that date? Van Persie got himself 2 goals. Abraham Afali also got 2 goals. Ron Vlaar was on the score sheet as well. And Wesley Sneijder. That was all the way back in 2012. The Dutchies trying to get themselves back into automatics or top 2 spot to get through. They'll get it here, though, with a 4-0 win on October the 10th, boys and girls. Moving forward, it is Croatia up against Hungary. Now, this is over in... what group is this? I keep forgetting. It's over in Group E. So currently Croatia are leading the way, but it is a very tight competition. Obviously, Hungary not too far off of it. Slovakia also in the mix. These two sides have played each other at least 6 times, and in the recent record over the years, 2 victories for Croatia and 1 victory for Hungary. That Hungary victory came last time out earlier in the campaign, it looks like, 2019, back in March, where Hungary picked up a 2-1 win. But the recent record over the years over in Croatia, if we take a look at that, it's just the one time they played in Croatia and they won 3-0. I think it's going to be a similar sort of score, a 2-0 win for Croatia, and they'll take home the 3 points. Next up, we have Slovakia against Wales. Big one for Wales here to get themselves back in the thick of things. They played each other 4 times in recent reckoning, going all the way to 2006. 3 wins for the Welsh, including the one and only time they've played in Slovakia. That was a 5-2 win back in 2007. On the score sheet that day, Craig Bellamy with a daily double. Freddie Eastwood, remember him? He was a bit of a travelling man. And then Wales also back-to-back wins at home, but this one is over in Slovakia, so it is as a potential to get themselves back into the thick of things. It is their game in hand. Slovakia coming to this win 3 wins and 2 defeats on their tally so far, but they'll get a win here. I see Slovakia taking on all 3 points and upset the Welsh party bandwagon. Could potentially put them on the back burner and even on the way out as it stands. Next up, we have Austria up against Israel. Now this is over in... what group is this? This is over in Group G. They're a very tight Group G. These two sides have played each other. These two nations have played each other a couple times over recent years, and it's pretty much even Stevens. 1 win for Austria, 1 win for Israel, and 1 draw along the way. That last match between these two sides was earlier in the campaign. Israel did pick up the victory 4-2 in the end. The last time that these two sides played in Austria was a 2-1 win for Austria. That's back in 2001, so it was a fair old while ago. For me, I'm actually going to side with a 2-0 win for Austria to take it and potentially get themselves back into contention for an automatic spot, top 2 spot. Next up we have North Macedonia. No, we don't. We have Latvia against Poland. They played each other a few times over the years, going all the way back to 2002. 1 victory for Latvia, 3 victories for Poland. That win for Latvia was that was the one way back 18 years ago. Back in it was actually when Poland hosted them. It was a 1-0 win. But previously, Poland coming to this 2 wins on the spin against Latvia, both at home though. The last time these two sides played in Latvia was a 2-0 win for the visitors, and I'm actually going to side with a similar score on a 3-1 win, and that will put Poland on to 16 points towards the top of the table. Next up we have North Macedonia up against Slovenia. Now these two sides have played each other 3 times. It might be under the guise of Macedonia as well. It's 1 win apiece and a draw along the way, and the draw did happen last time out when Slovenia hosted North Macedonia in this same qualifying campaign, so 1-1 draw. The last time that these two sides did play in Macedonia was in fact 2012, and it was a victory for Macedonia. 3-2 final score. For me, today, I'm actually going to go with a 2-0 win for North Macedonia, and that potentially could get them up to 11 points and into possibly 2nd spot. Next up, we have a very, very complicated group in the middle of the park. It is Kazakhstan up against Cyprus out in Group I. Now these two sides seem to be in the middle of the pack. If they're going to get anything, they need a win. If they want to get themselves in the top 2, they need a result here. The previous records between the two sides: Cyprus won last time. Well, in fact, they drew last time out. But all the way back in 2017, Cyprus did pick up the victory. It was a 3-1 final score. For me, I'm actually going to side with the Kazakhstanis on this one. 3-2, 5-goal thriller, and that potentially could send up Kazakhstan to 10 points. They're still a little bit off the pace if they want to go in automatics, but it's a step closer. But realistically, it looks like a long shot for them. Next up, we do have, what do we have? Belgium up against San Marino. One-sided affair this time. They played each other 5 times. Obviously, this is a no-brainer. Belgium have won the previous 5. Last time out over in San Marino, Belgium put 4 past them. But the last time these two sides played in Belgium, they put 8 past them. So I'm expecting a bit of an onslaught. If you want to have a crazy old figure, back in 2001, Belgium put 10 past San Marino. I don't expect it to be that high. I'm going to go with a conservative 5-0 win for the Belgians to make it 7 wins out of 7 and probably book themselves through to the final next summer. Then finally, wrapping it all up, it will be over in Russia up against Scotland. Now this bad boy also takes place on the same day. The previous encounter was just earlier in the year, back in September. Russia picked up a 2-1 win over in Scotland. Can Scotland bounce back and get themselves into contention for a cheeky wee run at 2nd spot on this one? I'm actually going to go with it. This might be my my own undoing here. I'm actually going to go with a Scotland 2-1 win over in Moscow to take them all 3 points and maybe, just maybe, get themselves back into contention for a spot in the old European 2020 qualifying campaign. Now, before I go, again, make sure you get your predictions in nice and early down the bottom. We're going to do these each and every single day. Obviously, tomorrow we'll take a look at the games that take place on the 11th, and then so on and so forth. And then, come the day of this, shortly after on the 10th of August, sorry, the 10th of October, we'll come back and we'll take a look at how we got on with the predictions for this one, and then we'll look ahead to the next round of matches for these respective nations. Now, before we go, obviously, we are deep into the international break. Just to let you a recap of what's going on the channel, just to let you know. Once we get back after the international scene, I'll be returning with my live shows for the Championship. They'll take place on Mondays usually, unless it's a double week. The Premier League will take place on Tuesday, and the Champions League will take place on Thursday, so be sure to check out the channel on those days. You might even catch me live. Speaking of what else is going on the channel, we've got a career mode. Some people say it's broken, some people not so much. I'm in the middle, I don't care. It's okay for me. But if you want to catch daily episodes of my FIFA career mode with Sunderland, you come to the right place. And speaking of FIFA, Mondays and Wednesdays we've got some late night FIFA. That's right, over on Twitch, boys and girls. Catch me over on Twitch on Mondays and Wednesdays for a bit of FIFA action. The times are just up in the air. Well, just keep it. The best way to keep up to date with what's going on Twitch is head over there. There's a link in the description down below. Click on it, smash the follow, and then you know whenever I'm live. And speaking of Twitch, on Saturdays, or maybe Sundays, and maybe even during the week, but mainly the weekends, we'll do live Blackburn Rovers watch-alongs. We're on a bit of a shitty run right now, 3 games without a win. on the Twitch sphere. So it's been an eventful couple of streams. So make sure you check those out. Again, head down in the description, just click on the link, and then go over and smash that follow. And that, my friends, will bring you bang up to date with all I've got right now. Tomorrow we'll go and take a little look at the games that take place on the 11th of October. But this is all I've got for you right here, right now. Be sure to smash the thumbs up if you're well, just smash the thumbs up anyway. And smash the subscribe if you're new. Bottom right hand corner. Let's get this baby up to 13,000, boys and girls. I'll see you all very, very soon. Until then, ciao for now. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date. All things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.